Except the thing at the very end there, it doesn't quite flush everything out. If the blocks is right at the very end, it needs a little bit more time to get flushed out. Maybe it doesn't need quite that much time. To flush everything. On the other hand, it kind of does. The really funny part is that I just guessed how much time we would need, and I guessed perfectly. Like, it actually is perfect. Right, and then the water clears, and then the next cycle. Wow. Alright, I guess I'm pretty good at this. Not that one. Turn that back off. Great. And there's the moss factory. Okay, so how do I clean this up so this is not as enormous? Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's the best way to do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Alright, so I'm gonna turn this around, right? Imagine if this comes down to there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two. Three, four, five, six. No, that's not good either. Um, hmm. If I move this, like make this longer this way. Not that. One, two, three, four, five, six. Have to get past that. 7. And then 1, 2. Right, so that activates that. And then the return is 2. Um, does that do what I think it does? I think it does. Let's put that there. And then here, add a block there. I can comparator on this block. Subtract. And lever. I think this works. I think it can be a bit faster. Well, not quite, because some of these blocks are still like getting stuck on top of there. No, maybe this is the right speed after all. If anything, I want the water to not drop down at the end there. Okay, I think this is good. So we can make this clock this size, and I mean it's pretty small. It's a pretty good size. How much time do I have? I have about 10 more minutes today. Let me clean some of this up. So this is the clock, and in fact I can make this one block shorter this way. Is that right? If I make... Yeah, I can make this one block shorter this way. I might do that in my own time though, because I'm not going to do it right now. Here, down here, what I want is, I think, to lower this by a block, which would make the flushing more consistent. Right, let's turn this on, see what happens. Why was there a repeater? That was from before, right? Alright, turn this on. It's pretty good. Maybe I want to flush a little bit longer. You see how it kind of stops right at the edge there? Let's flush a little bit longer, which means like one of these. Although if you just let this thing run, it shouldn't really matter because then it will get flushed out the next cycle. So it's not like a huge problem. Around the edge. That little thing right at the edge there. The other problem is that it seems like the hoppers are actually completely full. Okay, this is good. I like the timing on this clock. It looks like the hoppers aren't keeping up. This one is not keeping up. That might be the biggest problem, actually. What's going on? Like a single hopper is not enough to catch all the stuff. I can do that so that it's like two sides going into one thing. The return doesn't need to be this long. I mean, I'm just kind of fine-tuning it, right? This doesn't need to be this long. In fact, even that's still long. Right? Yeah, no, even that's still long. Crazy. Let's reduce this to 1. The water doesn't take that long to disappear. Alright, that's cool. And then, let me just turn this off for now. Because I do not have infinite bone meal. Oh, infinite bone meal. I need... How do I get bone meal in there? The bone meal will have to like come in the side, right? Come in somewhere. So bone meal has to be fed into there. From somewhere. Somewhere. Actually, like just like this is fine, actually. So this actually produces enough organic material down here to produce infinite bone meal. So if you put composters here, and then you take the bone meal and you feed it back in the top, it will produce more bone meal than it consumes. So this is like a bone meal factory plus a moss factory. The other thing is we don't need any of this stuff. Nor do we need the sticky pistons. Which I didn't realize. I didn't realize we didn't need all of this. I thought you have to like break the moss by pushing them upwards from below. But actually, they get pushed in from the sides, and that also breaks the moss. Don't do that. Don't break any of that stuff. I do have a concern about this though. The concern is that it generates moss faster than than the hoppers can take them in. Maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe it's not a big deal. Oh, I need to replace this with... So this does need a bottom. However, don't forget an extra torch underneath. Underneath where? Here? First of all, this needs to be closed up. Oops. And then we don't need any of this anymore. So, the plan is to have two of these. The one below creates the moss items, which apparently is seeds, moss blocks, moss carpets, flowering azaleas, and normal azaleas. So we have a factory producing these things. And then the one above produces bone meal by composting this stuff. And then the bone meal from above is fed to the actual moss producer below. Do I need a torch underneath here? Let me just check. I feel like... Oh, there should be a torch somewhere in the middle there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? Did I count that right? I think I did. It's there. Yes, I did. Okay, so there's the moss factory, and I think I'm out of time for today. Let me just turn this on. Let me burn through the rest of the compost in there. Do I want to flush a little longer? Well, yeah, I mean, maybe I do. Maybe I do want to flush a little longer. Just... Alright, let me flush longer. Let me stick that there as well. Alright, I'm gonna spend the week, like, thinking about this. Maybe I can make this cleaner, more efficient, more compact. Like, maybe this doesn't need to be... Like, maybe this can be like a block lower, maybe? I don't know. Like, maybe it doesn't need to be a gap there. And then next week, when we come back, I'm gonna build a proper thing. That's the prototype. Gonna have moss item storage underneath, and then the moss factory above that, and then the bone meal factory above that. The bone meal factory has to feed bone meal back to itself first, and then feed to the moss factory second, and then any extra bone meal gets funneled towards the flower factory over there. Which that's gonna be complicated. Alright, is that it? I think that's it for me for today. There's the prototype moss factory. Alright, see you next week.